Hey, crazy fish people. Um, let's see. This video is talking about my 10 gallon, I guess, food that I use and the rest of the plans for my 10 gallon that I'm going to be doing planted here in the hopefully soon future. That I've been working on for weeks. Not really too much progress has gone on it thus far, but figured I'd show you what's going on with it anyways. Food that I use all Omega 1 brand of food, and I have New Life Spectrum also, but it's in a different location right now. Omega 1 shrimp pellets I use for my catfish and loaches, like amazing stuff. I have used it for like months and months with my catfish, with my Synodontis, my large catfish that I had that was about 5 inches. It was in my 50 gallon, but I sold it to one of my friends so I could paint my tank and everything. And it's fins, pectoral fins, anal fins, and their tail and everything. They get really a bright blue iridescent look to like the outside of their fins when you feed them like good quality food like that. But there's my other one, freeze dried bloodworms. I use once to sometimes 2 times a week for all my fish, and color flakes just to enhance the color, obviously with the higher proteins and the natural salmon pigments that actually brightens other fish's colors and everything up. um, Veggie kelp flakes. They are regular, just veggie flakes, not just kelp flakes. But it's not like it just has just pure kelp, which I mean is amazing for many ways. But it also has the different ingredients in it from kelp, being spirulina. See if I can fucking zoom in it. Spirulina, salmon, halibut, shrimp, herring, and everything. So it's not just kelp or anything. All the foods have a little bit of everything in it. Just some have more protein, some have more salmon pigments. They all each do their own thing. I do the algae wafers and everything too, but I just didn't have the brand at my store to get the Omega 1 version. So I went with this anyways, and I trust a couple products that API has over the years. Not too many things I deviate outside of my regular brands and everything that I've bought over the years. But here's my CO2. It's a paintball CO2 canister, and it has the gauges and everything on it. This was a setup I bought about 4 or 5 years ago when I was working at my fish store. And it's a Red Sea pressurized CO2 system for paintballs. Paintballs I just found for me being more convenient because I had smaller tanks. I didn't need a big gargantuan regular CO2 tank, like 5 pounder ones and everything. These were just easier for me to fill up coming home from my store every day from work. And not every day I'd fill it up, obviously, but every 3 to 4 weeks I'd fill it up when I had my 25 gallon fully planted with Ludwigia repens and Anubias years ago. And it did amazing. I just never got back into setting it all back up for planted and everything. This is the solenoid control valve for it. It helps shut it down when you have a timer on it at nighttime. It seals it off and everything, so CO2 doesn't run during the night. And this thing itself, these things, even when it's not made by Red Sea or anything, these things are quite expensive. I'm so lucky I still have it. Got all the CO2 lining and everything. It's supposed to be my bubble controller right here, but I'm missing my my bubble counter and everything. And I have a bubble CO2 diffuser. It's a tornado reactor that goes with the system, but it's all in storage somewhere and lost. And I don't know if I really want to feel like going through all the crap, so I'll just buy them on Amazon. I know a few pairs of different glass diffusers that I want to get, and I'll just go with those because they're cheap and everything, like 10-12 bucks. This is just like filters and stuff I got out of storage for my 5-gallon hex. This is my 10-gallon. It doesn't look like much, obviously, nothing in it. But when I was going through the light options, my ideas before in past videos, I actually found this one instead. This is my one of my 24-inch T5 compact lights, and I figured I'll just go with this because I mean it sits perfectly on it. It'll shoot out the sides a little bit here, so even stuff out here, everything will get perfect lighting. And the bulbs are 14 watts each, so total 28 watts. And by the time I get substrate and everything in here, and being a small tank as it's a 10-gallon, it'll be perfect for my plans of doing an Iwagumi tank. So about 3 watts a gallon it'll add up to when I get substrate and stuff in here, because it's got the 2 bulbs, but they're both burnt out from years ago, being overused by my mother-in-law when I let her borrow it on one of her tanks. So I gotta rebuy the bulbs, and they're like they're like pretty expensive, like 15 bucks at the stores over here. And buying them online is about the same because you're paying for the shipping and everything for them. But I did the painted background on this weeks and weeks ago when I painted my 50-gallon. So this one's all done. Still got water, calcium deposits and stuff on it, but it goes away when you fill it up with water. I filled it up weeks ago, but I drained it because I came over vacation, and obviously there's a film that builds up on it when you don't have water agitation from filters or anything. So I drained it, and so there's all this crap on the glass here from the protein building up on the surface and scum and everything. So I'll just be scraping this off and redoing it and everything when I throw the plants in here and do everything. I don't know if it's going to be months down the line or sooner, but it's whenever I get the spare money, which I'll be I'll be coming into pretty shortly. When my wife and I pay off all of our debt here in the next week or so, then we'll have plenty of money to be spending freely for crazy hobbies and stuff like this. But my plan for this of being an Iwagumi tank is I'm going to put at the moment I'm going to put Eco Complete substrate in here, the black, and then I'm going to put dwarf hairgrass in here. And I've done longer dwarf hairgrass tanks before, and I know how to do it. It's worked out perfectly, especially having pressurized CO2, and I have everything for it. Lights, perfect lighting, perfect size tank for the lighting, CO2 and everything. I just need to get the stuff. I need to get my filter. Filter's not important for plants at all. It's just if I have fish later on, which I will later on once everything grows in, I'm just going to worry about everything growing in at the moment. I'm not going to deal with like little tiny fish, but when I do put fish in Iwagumi tanks, you go with like small fish and shrimp. It gives it the scale of everything being much larger in size. But I also have where's it at? Sorry, it's all dark down here. I also have my powder ferts that I used years ago also. So using Seachem liquid fertilizer. I have Excel and everything else that I used to use, but I don't really need to use that since I have pressurized CO2. But I have all these powdered ferts, and these things last years and years, especially having a 10-gallon. Man, that lasts like insanely long. So I got all my potassium and stuff. I think these are half-pound bags. So I got different types of potassium nitrate. This was potassium sulfate, potassium nitrate, another half-pound bag, and monopotassium phosphate. and I can always get like other ones too, but it helps me not have to use liquid ferts as much. So doesn't mean you know all the different bottles I have to buy, but these things last much longer. Anyways, that's my plans for my 10-gallon and what's going on now. All right, see ya.